All right, here I am. All right. Sorry, folks. I was looking for something, part of what we were gonna talk about today, but it's gone. So I'm gonna see if I can find it otherwise, and if not, it is what it is. There's a chance it still exists. Is there is. Let me see. Sorry, folks. Really thought I would have it, and I was like, boom, and it's gone. I hope the individual in question didn't think like I took anything personally. Point, like I thought it was really like some hard truth. I respect hard truth very, very, very much. Um, I did, so it should exist even if it's a broken link on this feed. Also, good morning. I'm Cody with IronVerse Comics. Sorry, it just took me back that was gone. I was very confident it would be there when I went looking for it. Come on, you're around here, even if it's just, I just want to confirm the link's broken. Oh, come on. It's like 8 o'clock last night. It should be around. Morning, 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 folks. Ah! Video is privated. Okay. Well, I can talk about some of the points within anyway. Uh, okay, Twitch. Thanks for saying howdy. Let me go ahead and delete this bot. I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to reply. I'm signed in, so why can't I just erase? Banned. Alright, there we go. Alright. So, oh, it's going to be an interesting one today, folks. I don't know how long we're going to be here. Would have been a little longer if I had the thing I wanted to do, but I get it. I get it. I hope the person involved did not take it did not think I took it personally. That's the main thing, like, I'm worried about. But, okay. So, I got my coffee. Let me drink some coffee. As I kind of just got up, got cleaned off, and here I am. Let's see then. If that's what it's gonna be, if das is the thing that we're going with. All right, let's put some mood down. That's what I want to do first, and maybe give it a little bit more time for folks to come on in. Don't forget to say howdy if you're in here. I appreciate it greatly. All right. Okay. So we accomplished a thing day before yesterday. Crazy thing. Crazy thing. Un momento. Where's display capture? There it is. Boom. All right. We accomplished this thing yesterday, or day before yesterday. Basically yesterday, because it was 1 a.m. yesterday that like solidified. So, we're making issue 4. I'm so fucking pumped about this. Held on to the script forever. I always love working with my creative team. It can be wrangling cats sometimes, which is part of what I was going to talk about today. So again, I'll try and talk about some of the points this video brought up, but I was really hoping to share what the video brought up directly with you folks, and that sucks. Oh, Eliza Bar! Yes, it is a Wild Fernandez out here. Brother, so I hope it was the content within Rags that had you private that video. and not my response to them, because I was actually going to talk about it today because I thought it was some good fucking points. um, if it was content rights, I get it. Oh, okay, good. Good. I didn't think it was on me, but I don't know. Like, I responded to it, and I thought I did pretty decent corporate speak. Just being like, yes, but okay, cool. Um, that would be great if you don't mind, just for a minute, because I'll only be showing the part where you're talking about our work. That would be very helpful. But don't feel obligated, because I want to talk about that, and I don't want to like. I'm not going to address a lot of things super directly, but there were good points you made. Absolutely great points. There, I can pull it up. Excellent. Thank you so very much. I should be off of screen share though, real quick. Um, cool. Oh, come on, refresh. Show me the video. No, not gonna show me the video. Okay, well I can pull it through. What I was gonna pull it through last time. It's right here. All right, will it play? Is age restricted and only available on YouTube. That's okay. I still got the link. Um, Weird, and it just takes me to the front page of YouTube. What? Okay, let me open the link this way. There we go. We got it. Okay, cool. All right. So I was going to do, what this is titled, right? Campaign debriefing. There's quite a bit to talk about. Always is. And then, of course, as I said, future challenges. And that's exactly what Eliza Barr was addressing. And I think it's a very good, harsh truth. And we'll go from there. So let me, let's do that. I saw Mrs. H as well. Thank you so much for stopping in, Mrs. H. Whose heart did I break? Many a heart. Um, it's kind of not much of a joke either. But okay, let's let's go. Let's how do I want to do it? So I was doing this first. I was being celebratory. Well, let's start there. Let's celebrate there. Let's express gratitude. That's weird. It should. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. There were also some bare butts on a Kickstarter you pulled up. So you. Oh ha. Okay. See that sex appeal, Eliza Barr. It's a dangerous tool to play with. I'm kidding. Um, it is, but it's also a very useful tool. Okay, so thank you, everybody, again, so very, very much. I wanted to do something yesterday, but I was so damn drained. Like, it was a crazy amount of effort from literally every corner of the little community we've been able to foster here. And I would say me included. It was about 20 hours of live streaming those last 48 hours. So I was tired. So I took yesterday to kind of breathe. I really wanted to talk about some other things, and I needed to think yesterday as well too, which was nice when Eliza Barr discussed some things too, because that was part of some things I'm thinking about. Right? Um, People love an underdog story, but there's a certain level of sort of incompetence that honestly is what makes someone an underdog in some cases, right? We don't tend to address that. I certainly was in a celebratory mode. We got it done. We get to do this. But of course, I wasn't celebratory for very long. I had to dive into the logistics, make sure everything's good. I wanted to plan stretch goals and all of that. No, it's very, very unlikely we're going to do stretch goals. There's a lot of reasons for that. But one of them is it would have to be stretch goals that are exceedingly profitable. It can't be extras, right? And stretch goals are usually extras. So I don't think I want to approach it that way. I will still be marketing this campaign during production. Hopefully production is much shorter than our usual production. It should be. I don't see why not, but I don't see the future. And as I mentioned earlier on stream, it can be like could be a little bit of cat wrangling over here at IronVerse Comics to get things done. Like Maxie's honestly owed me 5 more pages for the last, God, month and a half for this campaign. He hasn't been paid. He never takes payment without having done work. But that's been bothering me. It's little things like that. Again, it's wrangling cats. Steve was super excited we funded, and he was helpful the last day, which was nice too, because that's not always true either with this artistic team. They're usually head down in the actual work, right? I know Maxie in particular. Last I got an update from Adam Lawson on Kids and Monsters, there were 12 more pages left to ink. That was a month or two ago, so I'm hoping Maxie had actually knocked out those pages, or at least that's what he's stalling for, right? Um, it's a trip. It's a trip. But anywho, funds should clear this month from what Indiegogo was saying. It's very odd. I'm used to, as far as I remember, you get like an email that says, "Congrats, you funded," and all that stuff. Nope, didn't get that. So I am a little worried. But I'm going through all the logistics and stuff, at least through the campaign, and it looks like we're fine. But like I didn't get any of the normal celebratory kind of Indiegogo automated messages, right? Um, that worries me, but I don't think it's a big problem. As soon as the funds clear, what I'm gonna do is I can start shipping out the Jackie Irons posters like that, the big ones, right? And so there's movement, and updates, all of that. Hopefully during that period, Maxie keeps saying, but it is what it is. Hopefully there will be page updates very, very soon. I can now really nudge the fuck out of him, basically. So that's nice. We will be moving forward as best we can, as always. The nice thing now is that the marketing end of this it doesn't need to slack, and it shouldn't slack, but it's not imperative anymore. It's not do or die, right? It's not sink or swim. It's how much more. I would still love to, if we can collect another 200 backers before we finish fulfilling, that would be incredible. And I think it actually is possible. I just got to figure that out. Welcome, New Age Ninja Corps. Morning Cody, I survived. Somehow, we survived, honestly. And yeah, so that's celebratory bit. There's a little bit of updates there. There will be more. I updated backers yesterday. Just kind of posted the 4 live streams or such that I ran with relatively consecutively, just to kind of show content, show kind of what helped make it happen, right? And here where I was terrified, still terrified. It's gonna happen now, which is excellent. But I don't. Let me show you why I'm a little terrified, because these are points that I'm, okay. So you folks, all of you in chat, as far as I'm aware, maybe not Mr. Schmeling, which thank you so much for stopping in again. If you're not financially invested in Jack Irons, which I think most of you in chat actually are, then you are at the very least a reader and you want to see it continue, right? So we're gonna, and I get to mute this to make it all serious. We're gonna watch something that was put out yesterday by Mr. Elizabar. He was kind enough to unprivate the video because it showed too much of Rags 8, but we're not gonna show the whole video. We're gonna show the very beginning of this video where he kind of addresses his concerns with the campaign and how it's run and the future, right? And that was part of this future challenges part of this Cody Coffee and Comics. So we're gonna watch that just so you folks can hear it directly from him, and I will not address them so much as talk about them, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so there's I think a minute at the beginning, and then he does let people come in, so I'll skip through that as best I can, and then we'll go from there. Still terrified. Again, New Age. Still, it's a terrifying thing. You never know how things will move. Rags 8 is so good. No question. It got me funded, remember? Oh, okay. Here you go. Is desktop audio not on? Oh, no. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let me get the desktop audio and you can hear the wonderful
Mr. I see it now.
If somehow
we're
you're not
here for-
subbed,
Hello,
I very much
welcome.
recommend quality
Realize what?
comic
And you know what I need?
content.
I need to gesture at you.
And some fun
Just
gaming
a little bit.
videos
Here,
too.
have a hand.
There's a
Right there.
hand.
You're not getting a face cam. You're getting a hand cam. But only sometimes. We're not going to stay like this. But over here, number one thing I want to say today, before we get into anything else, is just, hey,
Always forgiven.
congratulations to one Mr. Cody
Did you
Fernandez,
start off with
aka
congrats?
Jack Irons.
Because we don't need the
The
congrats.
Steel
I appreciate
Cowboy.
it.
You know, if I'd really thought about it, and if I'd had like 5 more minutes, I would have dug my.
Oh, I know. I hate watching my own stuff.
Right here.
Lizbar. Like, I can't
Boom.
fucking survive it
Jack
most of
Irons
the time.
right to your face.
We did that, as you saw, at the
So,
end of the
hello,
campaign.
welcome,
We were
all
watching
that
some of my
good
old
stuff.
videos. The Punisher stuff was actually kind of funny. I
Hope
was
you're
more
all having a
entertaining
great
then.
one out there.
But
And
some of the other videos we watched are so cringe.
yeah, I don't
so
really
bad.
know like what else to say.
Okay, that's just the intro. Let's get past the intro then. We'll get past Dust. Howdy, Inkfinity. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for stopping on in. We're going to address some of the future challenges that a wonderful, very consistent backer and supporter have brought up that are exceedingly fair. And I just want to, I said address again. I don't really want to address them because that's more of like an official, like, this is my stance kind of thing. That's no, we're going to talk about them. We're going to talk about them.
Quick.
So we're just going to go a little bit further.
Getting his book across the finish.
There we go. Okay.
That little lull in the music.
Okay,
we'll
we'll
call
just.
it right there.
There we go. Okay,
So
cool.
let's come back over to
Here we
Jack
go.
Irons. So Mr. Cody Fernandez, he's got his campaign. It's all very whatever. It's in demand.
It's all very
right
whatever.
now.
Very, very
I'm not logged in here
very
in Chrome.
true.
I usually use Brave as my browser choice. But congratulations to Mr. Cody Fernandez on getting his book across the finish line. It may have took, a little bit of hook. It may have took a little bit of crook.
No
You
shit.
may have had to drag it across the finish line.
Yeah.
Like throwing like Illustrator Monk cards on there and all kinds of other crazy stuff. But you know what? He made it to the finish line. And at the end of the day, that's really all that matters, I think.
Yes.
Now, Cody
But,
needs to
here we
quit
go.
doing
Here we go. Yeah.
this desperate, like, crazy thing. Every
PC,
time,
Mr. Infinity. I'm a PC player.
every dang time he's got a campaign, that's how it goes. Is it always seems to come down to the wire. If it's gonna
These last
succeed.
2 campaigns.
And,
Yes.
And
not these last 2
Dude,
campaigns. The last
stop
3. So the last campaign we
Dude,
did was Kickstarter.
really, just
And that
no more down
got
to the
close,
wire
but we
stuff.
we
Like,
didn't even down to the
get
wire
your
drag it
campaign
through.
out there. Get her done.
Yes.
Get her done. I don't even know how to spell
That's fair.
in this context, but just get her done.
Apostrophe ER. Eliza Bar. That's how.
And
That's
you got
how
a
you
couple
spell
of
that.
choices there, Cody.
Yes,
You got a
and here we
couple
go.
of choices
Okay.
there.
Here you go. I'll shut up.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. I got to pull up something else.
Give it a second. Be patient with it.
Let me find this. Here we go. Well, that's the webtoon. Here we go. Do I want the Kickstarter? I guess I want the Kickstarter. This is what you got to do, Cody. Tyler here went from like having nothing. He had the failed chef's campaign that he canceled because his heart just wasn't in it or whatever. He's got a Patreon where he does stuff and all that. But you know what? He did this thing. He got $8,000. Boom, 200-page
Yes.
book. Selling this thing for like $15 a copy.
Yes.
Like, this is not that much money.
No, it's not.
In fact, I think that's like what the single issue. No, that's cheaper than the single issue of Jack.
Boobs
Irons.
help.
Oh, dude,
We're gonna talk about
You got
that.
to get your costs down. Cody.
We're gonna talk. That's the
Funded in
okay.
15 minutes.
All right. You know what? I
So
think
you got
that
a
is the
couple-
best. You got to get your costs down. So, I've tried very hard every time to get the costs down. We've been able to slightly, right? Slightly, and it's not the costs I would like to get down, right? Like I hate to say it, but I don't like this is all passion for me, right? Like in fact, I've lost money every campaign but the first. That is so far true of this one as well. If I'm doing the logistics right, which is fine. I had this money set aside. It's not a problem for me. I get to get another cool book. The creative team. There is a good shot that I can knock down costs in future production if Maxie's willing to take IP rights, which he has asked slightly. He has implied before, and I brought it up for him even for this issue, and that talk didn't go very far. But that's one way, because his page rate is the largest chunk. So it costs between $275 and $325 per page of Jack Irons. The other way I can cut costs is by cutting page count, which yeah, that's very like that is the most direct way I can do it. And that would be my first choice, which sucks. I like making a thicker, longer story that has a little bit more of a flow to it. But it may not be possible. If I lower that by 10 pages, that's, 3K off of a goal, right? Um, there's just a few other ways to do that. Um, Again, I could go black and white. We had talked about that. Maxi, it indeed, line art can stand by itself. I've worked with him for almost, again, this is 7 years this year. It's not a partnership I really want to switch off of to a different artistic team that costs less. On that same point, I don't really want to cut Steve out of it either because I love his work and I love the full expression of what we're able to do. But his page rate has consistently gone up, as has Maxi's. Part of that is awareness from the work I'm able to do, right? But a lot of it's simply because their talents are worth it, right? Like all of it basically is because their talents are worth it. So cutting costs is tough. I can't cut printing costs. Cutting the 10 pages, right, cuts printing costs slightly. But since we're not printing 1,000 copies or more any of these campaigns, the price of printing is just not logistically possible. It's a nightmare, and the printing's not terrible. Again, the artistic costs are the main sink of a Jack Irons release. It's no question. The artistic costs are the main sink, and there's a reason for that. I think we put out a very good looking book. But at the end of the day, like, is it feasible? And that's something you bring up. Raise your campaign goal to pay alimony. Draw Talk. Draw Talk's here. I'm so sorry I didn't address that. I thought I did see. Okay. Let me blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let me catch up on chat real quick because I addressed that. All right. Draw Talk. We're talking my campaign. What do you use to go live? OBS Studio on PC. Oh man, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, pardon the sneeze. Did I run out of tissues? Like, I need a tissue. There's something stuck up in there. That's gonna keep me sneezing if I don't find a tissue. Oh, I'm not prepared for this. I'm terribly unprofessional. Should be a tissue around here though. Where'd they go? Oh, there they are. Found the tissues. Victory. Okay. What the heck is happening? Yes, welcome. That's usually what's happening around here. Is what the heck. It's crazy expensive in Europe, yes, and the shipping is stupid. I really don't like that, but I so very much appreciate that we can go worldwide. It certainly is better to go digital worldwide, right? And that's not very expensive for folks. So, Schmeling, if you ever get interested, I know I hooked you up with 1 through 3. Number 4 is on the campaign page, and it's $4 US. For the digital, right, and all the extras. So that's a consideration. Like we tried to keep our costs low on the digital end. Okay, no, don't compare me and Cody. He has to hire a team. I have to just ruin my marriage. Pardon me for the nose blowing noises too. I know it's extremely unprofessional. Much better. Much better. Now I don't feel like I'm gonna sneeze this whole time. So, to be fair, I wouldn't even come close, right? Like, I don't have to hire a team. I don't have to make comics. But it is something I need to do, and need and have to, I know, are very close. But it's a soul fulfillment thing for me. But it's not like it's not an angle that has to happen, and I always try and kind of respect that. Let's see. Europe 2. Don't talk. Your wife doesn't like anime. The marriage is over. Oh my god. You see, divorce costs are eating into his campaign. Also, he does black and white, and he's Asian. There's so many factors. This is true. The main one that Elizabar tries to address, though, and we'll he does address is sex appeal. We'll talk about that. Draw talk. It's only murder if there's a body. Otherwise, it's just a missing person and suspicious. This is New Age knows. New Age knows. Asian factor is the X factor of it all. This is true. We might be able to get her into Spy X family. Ooh, that would be interesting. Infinity can't buy video games at the moment. To be fair, due to work, he can barely play any. Yeah, right. Raise your campaign goal to pay alimony. I'll have the barrel raised. You can run a campaign for the line art of Jack Iron. It's black and white, no lettering, first 3 issues. This is true. There's a lot of angles, right? We'll talk about that after we go through all of Elizbar's points here. Why do you think we're doing another campaign in May? This divorce is getting fast. Works for me, won't work for Cody, and what works for Brian won't work for Cody or me, and etc. I agree, Draw and Talk, but there are lessons to be learned by efforts all around, right? I'm sure I have a couple things that I could teach you guys, as well as many, many things to learn from many, many other people myself, right? Elizbar, when's the next stream snipe? Well, Draw and Talk, that depends on New Age Intercourse. It's not fun unless he's there and drunk. When issue 4 is in the shop and PayPal an option, then you. Oh yeah, gotcha. Earlier days. Okay, we caught up there. All right, let's listen to more of Elizbar now.
The choices. You can either continue doing